Welcome back to Wayne TV. I'm Joel Gilly. I'm joined by my very special friends from the United Way of Wayne County. How are y'all doing?
Hey Joel,
We're
doing
so
great.
good.
It's a good day for the United Way, right?
It's a
We're
great
here
day.
with great news. We couldn't wait to come.
Go ahead, make the announcement.
I'll let you do the honors.
Well, for our 2019 campaign, we have exceeded our goal and have reached over $900,000. We will be able to help over 18,000 people in this community, and we could not have done that without the support of the many, many community partners and investors. So we are just elated.
That's so great. It's
Yes.
like we've tracked this progress. Every time we've talked, it's been one more rip off on the board,
Yes.
you know, and slow progress, but finally at the very end exceeded what you wanted, right?
And it was until the very end, the 11th hour, it seemed
was.
like. On December 31st, we said 5 o'clock, we are going to cut this campaign off. But in the 11th hour, we went from 99% to 100.3%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was texting her throughout the last couple of days. Obviously, through the holidays, you know, I was off here and there, but I would just go in to address a few things and see where we were and if any payments had come in, and so it was pretty exciting.
It was.
So.
It is.
That's awesome. Now, for people who maybe haven't seen any of these segments, talk about what that money goes towards. What does that do for our community?
Absolutely. So as Bethany said, it is helping us to serve over 18,000 people. And how that happens is we work throughout the community for social change. And so we are working with our community partners. There are 11 of them. And of those 11 partners, we have 16 agencies, or excuse me, we have 16 programs from those 11 partners. And so those programs are addressing needs in our community that look at making change for education, health and wellness, financial stability, and community responsiveness. So of those 4 areas, they all address one or more of those. So in support of those different programs, we're going to be able to make sure that they continue to get stronger. And they'll be stronger than last year because our goal was higher than last year's goal.
That's awesome.
And we were able to meet it and exceed it. So we're excited about that.
It goes to show that really this community does rally together to help and to do good. And I also like to stress too that these partner agencies that you have, they're all completely vetted by the United Way. You know, for people who are maybe interested in donating or did donate, you know that that money's going to a good cause that has been vetted by you guys.
Exactly. These agencies put a lot of work into their application process, their reporting process, and they're making sure to show that there are outcomes from what their programs are doing. It's important to be able to make sure that you're offering services, but when you can offer service and show that the outcome is a change and an improvement, that's what really shows the significance there.
And that's the really cool part for you guys too, because you guys get to see that change every single day.
It really is.
It is such a privilege to see, and to see not only in the community going into the schools, seeing how hard they work, as well as the children and those needs, but being a part of that. They've worked hard. They've worked really hard.
Wayne County Public Schools, Bethany went to every single school and met with them, and they would have employee campaigns, and they do things differently. I mean, some of them may have a traditional campaign, some of them may have an activity at the school to engage teachers and students, but they recognize that many of these programs are affecting their students, and they're able to receive services because of it. So they've just been all in, and it's just been a privilege to work with them. Because of their work, 1,384 students or families are being impacted.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we just catch our breath and keep running.
That's what I was about to ask. What do you do now? Like,
well, typically, let me just say, typically at this
take
time,
January off. You got to rest.
That sounds nice. Well, I just mentioned there's lots of training going on right now, which is great. But I'm also wanting to spend some time sitting down and talking to all these major donors to say thank you, and this is what has happened because of your support. And I will get there. It's just taken me a little while getting through this training, but also a big part of what's usually happened for United Ways is they're starting to think about what is 2020 going to look like. And you're making a selection usually for your campaign chair for the next year, because traditionally they change every year. But I'm excited to say that this year we are not making a change. We saw success, and we're keeping that success in play. And so Bethany Perry has agreed to be our campaign chair again. And
awesome.
Well, from what I can tell in the past, it's not been a traditional move. It's been a forced move sometimes. But you know, we've talked about it, and I don't know why it hasn't been a consistent, at least 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
She's worked really hard on forging many relationships. Why would you stop that at the end of the campaign and then someone else have to start it over already? So we're really thankful
Why not?
that
Why
Bethany's
not?
doing that again.
That's awesome.
So we have many opportunities in the community already on the calendar, beginning with next week. And so, like she said, forging those relationships, continuing to share the message of who United Way is and how we help the community and strengthen the community.
Yeah.
There are so many different services out there like 211. It is a call center that any individual in the community can call for help, for services. And so we're really pressing that with the church community, with the faith community, as well as the nonprofit, and we're building on that. So next Wednesday is our
We
first
do.
meeting.
I definitely want to announce that. If anyone is watching and has or knows of a nonprofit in this community that's interested, we sent out over 200 letters to the many nonprofits that are in this community and just said, if you are active and interested in participating, respond back to us, because we really want to get somewhat of an active list and not continuously be, trying to engage 200 when most of them really aren't doing anything. Some of them are not, but a lot of them are doing great things.
Yeah.
So we've heard back, and we've got over 50 that are attending this this forum. So I do want to hear back. If you're interested and you haven't responded to us, please do let us know. We are meeting next Wednesday at the Wayne County Public Library and 8 a.m. And so this is going to be an opportunity for us to briefly share what United Way does, really concentrate on 211. And a big part of this is allowing engagement between all of them. I'm just hopeful that as we're all able to see what kind of things are happening in our community, we'll see if there's some redundancy, because maybe those few that are doing the same thing have a little bit of a twist and we can kind of partner together. But a lot of them, I think, will probably be able to say, hey, I'm doing that, but this is the next step. Let me partner with that organization.
Yeah.
There's so many doing wonderful things. So we'll be able to have an opportunity for that. So that's the 22nd, next Wednesday at 8 a.m.
Awesome.
And then February the 5th, which is the 2 Wednesdays from then, we are having what we're calling a Churches United meeting. And it's the first one, obviously. And we are we've sent letters out to all 300 plus churches in this community with the same stance. I mean, even with those 300, there are churches listed there that really are not active.
Yeah.
But we wanted to hear from them if you are active and if you want to participate. We want to be able to specifically tell them about 211.
Yeah.
They're approached all the time with needs, so they need to know what's out there. But it will give us an opportunity really to talk about that and to I'm hoping just maybe annually for us to be able to engage. We know that when there's crisis, we want to be able to say these churches are active and they're doing things and they want to come together to help support. So if we can start this, I think it will be a huge success for our community.
That's awesome. Two big undertakings for the United Way that you're already kicking off in early 2020.
Yeah, we're very excited about this. It is a kickoff. It is a start, and I feel like it just has great potential to grow and to just be a huge asset.
Absolutely.
So I encourage you also to come and join us.
Yeah.
If I think for no other reason, it's just a great way to be able to find out what's actually happening out there and how can we connect when we have that need. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, so when is the new campaign kickoff? That's this fall?
It will be this fall, and I
Okay.
think we've already set a date. We've got our timeline
We do.
set out for 2020,
We're ready.
but it
We
will
are
be
so ready.
I figured.
It will be in August. Actually, I think maybe even a little bit earlier.
Okay.
We're going to do our best to do that this year, just recognizing. So our challenge this year was we typically don't close in December. We're usually still having campaign.
Yeah.
But we wanted to be able to cut things off and start fresh. And I'm really glad that we did. But we also saw that in December there is so much happening in this community. And there's so many people that are vying for your time and your resources because there are a lot of great needs in December. So we'd like to try. We're probably going to be cutting things off a little earlier, which means starting a little earlier.
Makes sense.
United Ways, though, across the country are looking at kind of that year-round process. Doesn't have to be specifically during. If your business or organization says, hey, March is the best time for me, that's fine. We can engage campaign at that time.
Yeah.
We can engage volunteer opportunities at that time. So we're looking at just kind of moving into what United Way calls the modern United Way.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
If people are looking, they're interested in volunteering, they need volunteer opportunities, how can they get in touch with you guys and
Hearing
get
a
placed
lot
somewhere?
more about that lately, which is fantastic. So they can call us at 919-735-3591. They can also go to our website at unitedwayne.org. campainkickoff.org.
Perfect.
And they'll be able to click on, find Rachel, and see that she handles our volunteer opportunities.
And there's one this weekend.
Definitely. Yes, thank you.
There's volunteer opportunities all the time.
Especially
it seems like.
MLK weekend, we've got some
Yep.
great things happening. So what we're calling Day of Service, they're sound the alarm with the American Red Cross. Saturday, the YMCA is having a day of service on Monday, and so we're partnering with them to help promote. And of course, we'll be at the MLK luncheon on Monday too.
Yeah,
That's right.
great. Again, you can find them on the web. You can give them a call. You can also find them on Facebook. They've got information on there as well. Anything else we need to talk about today, ladies?
Oh, that was a mouthful.
It was.
Yes.
You did a lot of talking. I think we pretty much hit it all.
We did. Thank
Awesome.
you for having us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your support in 2019.
Absolutely.
We're excited to be able to continue this relationship in 2020 and just keep talking to your viewers.
Well, it sounds like you guys are already off to a great start in 2020, so no doubt
I'd
it'll be
say
another
so.
successful year. And we'll see you again next month.
Thank you.
Yes,
you.
we'll see you.